trip from Lackland, which was basic training, to Amarillo, at the other end of the state, started me wondering why I was here, because we were on a military bus in uniform on official business from one base to another, and when we stopped to eat, I had to go to a separate bathroom, and I'll never forget, it was a corridor. I had to step over a mop bucket to get to a toilet that didn't have a seat on it. I still remember that. It did not leave me in a good mood. Then we got to Amarillo, we did tech school. We wanted to go to town, see what it was like, and we had plans to get a hotel room. If anybody got lucky, they got the room. And that was it. Now, that was our plan, but every time we went to a hotel, they didn't have room. So after the third hotel that we went into that was full, I said, you guys go in first, I'll come in after you. And they proved our point. They were signing up for a room as I walked in and said, okay, what's our room number? And all of a sudden that room was filled up. We're going back to base, and this caricature, I mean, right out of the comics, a big red-faced 10-gallon hat wearing individual stopped us, and he seemed drunk because he wasn't too steady, but he looked at us and he said, what the guys think you are, some freedom riders or something? Uniforms made no difference. So my Jewish friend started trying to negotiate for Mr. Please, we don't want any trouble. We're from New York. It's not like this in New York. He said, I'm Jewish, and he turned to the Italian guy to identify him, and never got a chance to, because the 10-gallon hat reared back and said, a Jew? They should have let Hitler finish what he started. We're in uniform. Now you've got an Italian and a black carrying a Jew who went berserk. We had to actually not let his feet hit the ground. He flipped. We went back to the bus stop. Okay. Never went back to Amarillo again. When we got here in Long Island at the airport, and we came through that corridor of applauding, cheering people, there was Joseph Drago, who was also in the Air Force, said to me, it wasn't like this when I got home. And then he explained to me how he was met in the airport by a military policeman who told him, take off your uniform and put on your civvies. Go in the bathroom and change. And when he tried to protest, he said, go into the bathroom and put on your civvies. And that's how he had to leave. Through my experiences and Drago's experiences, and then to come back and be cheered through corridors of people, I can't put that into words. I simply can't put it into words. All of the negative experiences I had from being black, and then I walked through this corridor of white people cheering and waving and trying to shake my hand and saluting me. It was hard to digest. I went home digesting it. That's the way it should be. There shouldn't be a couple of honor flights, because we saw another one, I think, from Ohio while we were down there. But there ought to be some kind of broad-based acknowledgement of what's going on. If our government would just say, we turned some psychopaths loose and they killed women and children, and we're sorry about that, that would help. Agent Orange is really dangerous. I'm sorry we did what we did. Well, let's help you as much as possible. I'm sorry for your racist treatment where we experimented on you with tear gas and LSD. Oh, there was an LSD incident also. I'm sorry we did that instead of hiding it. And then there's honor flight. And the two things don't go together. If there's just a couple of us who experienced it, the only downside to that is more servicemen don't get that acknowledgement. Sign up and go and hope you get selected.